This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
Hello, I am Cindy Brown and welcome to Supposably Chic. This is our second episode of Chic House, and folks, today we are focusing on the formal living room. Really quick, before we get into Chic House, I have an apology I need to issue. I have told you all for weeks and weeks and weeks that without fail, you will see an unboxing every Friday morning. Y'all didn't see one last Friday morning, and for that, I have to apologize. The way that our move and forwarding addresses and everything sort of meshed this week, guys, we had 0 boxes here at Supposedly Chic to unbox. I will tell you, we have 3 coming over the next 7 days. So this should hopefully be the only Friday that you didn't see the unboxing. But again, I do want to say I apologize because I do try as hard as I can to stay committed to my content. So starting again next Friday, we will be good to go. So now that we've got the apology out of the way, let's talk about Chic House. First and foremost, guys, thanks so much for all of your excitement and your comments and your attention to our first episode of Chic House, which was creating and building the craft room. Guys, I'm loving it. Our youngest daughter is getting married in a few months and we're having a bridal shower here next Saturday. And I've already spent, gosh, since you all saw me last 6+ hours in my craft room making all the stuff I need to make for this shower. So I'm loving the setup, the layout. It's going really great. So today we're going to talk about the second room that we are going to work on here at Chic House, and that is what you see here, which is our formal living room. Behind those 2 windows is our front yard. So this is quite honestly the very first space that someone sees when they walk into our home. So obviously I want it to be a little bit standout. In our old house, we had one sort of living space. So what you see behind me and next to me is the furniture that was in that space. When we moved into this house, we knew there would be 2. We actually, which you will see at some future point, bought a sectional couch for what we call the family room and thought that the existing furniture we had would just sort of fit into this formal living room. So what you see beside me, behind me, is our sofa and our 2 sort of overstuffed chairs. Nice color scheme. You can see we've got the gray chairs, we've got the cream colored couch. They go well with the floor and with the walls. But I am just having a tough time, although my dogs love it, wrapping my head around these 2 chairs in this room. I'm not certain how that works, but this couch doesn't feel as casual or as fluffy, I don't know the term, as these chairs. And there's this huge sort of space right here in the center that I'm not a huge fan of. It doesn't look like, as small of a room as this is, it doesn't look very full. So we have a couple of things on the agenda for today. We're going to play around with these chairs and see if we can get them in a sort of a placement that I like, that I think makes sense in this room. We are going to get something to put right here because this is just kind of a wide open space. I'm thinking, there's not a lot of wood in this room, and what wood there is, which is kind of like the chair legs here, it's a dark wood and sort of matches with the dark floor. So I'm thinking some type of coffee table that's maybe dark wood and glass or chrome or something that sort of brings some sort of pop element to this piece of the room. And then on this wall right here, it's just this big barren sort of wall. It's the light color gray. So I'm hoping to find something here and maybe something small here that adds like color and pop and that will sort of bring this room to life. Although this room will not be the primary spot for entertaining, there will be a time and a place where people will be sitting here. So my thoughts take me to, what about the corners? What about sort of the ends of the furniture? I don't want too much in here, but I do want enough. I mean, y'all can see I don't even have anywhere right now to set my coffee. So I'm thinking where, no matter how we sort of figure this out, some type of cocktail table here, maybe that matches with the coffee table. Maybe it's completely different. If it is completely different, I think there needs to be a pair of them, so that ties it together. Something back here in this corner as well. We just this week took down all of our Christmas decorations here, but the tree was right here, which was awesome because you could see it from the front yard. You could see it as you walked in the door. So for holiday decorating and entertaining, this is a phenomenal room. So guys, I'm gonna play around with this furniture a little bit, see if I can get these chairs somewhere in a pattern that I like, and let's see what we all think. All right, so we're gonna try our first option, which is gonna be the two chairs facing one another, sort of perpendicular to the couch. Ciao, Kelly. All right, so there's option, I don't know, B, 1.0. To sort of make it even, I either have to pull this guy kind of out this close. I don't know, the space here I think is bigger than what I've accommodated for. I'm not sure what to do here, because then once we do the chairs on opposite sides, then we have a really large space right here. Really large space to try and fill something into. I didn't think this room was gonna be that much of a problem. I thought it was really kind of a small little living room, but guys, it's pretty good size. So I think I'm going to go see if I can talk Steve Areno into getting some new chairs for this room. And then what we'll do is take these sort of overstuffed chairs and throw them in the library.
All right, guys, here we are at IKEA. We are in search of accent chairs for the formal living room. Gonna head up those stairs to that magical IKEA showroom. I'm thinking dark, Steve's thinking light. Let's see what happens when we get inside, guys, and stay tuned for what we find out.
All right, so what we decided on, as you see, are the Strandman high-backed accent chairs from IKEA. We got them actually a lighter shade than I was thinking was going to work. I wanted to go with sort of a dark gray, but I really feel that they complement the couch really well. And once we get kind of what we're looking for here in the center, I think it's really gonna make this room pop. So what I like about this over the previous ones is the previous ones just sort of looked unstructured. Okay, I said sort of overstuffed, but almost like sloppy unstructured. The lines on this chair, I love everything about it. I love the high back, I love the buttons. They're actually a really comfy chair to sit in. And the only problem we have, guys and gals, is look at the chair legs and compare those to the couch legs and to kind of what we were looking for. The great thing is that I'm a crafty girl. So what we're going to do is take the legs off of here and actually give them a little bit of black paint so they will match not only the floor and the decor that we have in mind, but match the couch legs as well.
Hey everybody, Steve Areno here. I've already put one of these together, and it went together pretty simply. It's IKEA stuff, so you know, it's only so complicated. But I'll go ahead and put this one together, and maybe you guys can watch me do a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna shove it over onto this side of the room, and we'll see how Miss Cindy likes it. Big leg, small leg. The first time I put these on, I used these metal washers, and they're supposed to use these plastic ones. So I learned from my mistakes. We're gonna do it the right way this time. This little hook right there goes in that slot. Well, there you go. Just like that, both of the living room chairs are put together and sitting in their places. And, you know, from a contractor's point of view, I think it looks pretty good. But ultimately, Cindy is the fashionista. So we'll, hopefully when she comes in here, she'll like it the way it sits, and we can just move on to the next step.
So as we were talking about something to put here in the center, guys, I think this rug is a really great start. Not to mention the fact that it feels like fur. I'm having a really good time playing with it between my toes. But we got a dark black, sort of rectangular, I think it's 4 foot by 2 foot, so not too big. I hate when rugs go actually under furniture. For me, they're meant to sort of be a centerpiece. And this one definitely is, so it's a good start. Gets us some dark pop to this room. The next thing is going to be obviously to pick the perfect coffee table, but let's talk about the cocktail tables really quickly. These are recycled from our old home. And again, it's kind of what we're talking about. We're talking about sort of the metal and the glass. Funny story, these were black. I painted them gray about 1.5 years ago to match the gray chairs that you saw in the beginning of this episode. I believe I'm going to go and paint these guys black once again to make them sort of match the carpet, the rug, and match what we're looking for with the coffee table. So Steve and I are heading to Living Spaces right now. They've got a really great selection of kind of inexpensive coffee tables. So again, for the amount of time that people are actually going to be spending in this room, I obviously don't want to break the bank. Like these two chairs, I want to say they were $139 from IKEA each. That was about my mark as what I was willing to pay for each of these chairs. We didn't get the chairs at Living Spaces because they started at like $295. And again, functionality aside, we just want something that looked good, that fit the space, that people would sit in occasionally. So the IKEA chairs for sure hit the mark on that. I want to say the carpet from Amazon was $22 maybe. So let's see what we can find as far as finding a banging coffee table that's going to go in here and sort of complete this look. So what do you think of this coffee table? Everything that I was sort of envisioning, right? It's kind of got the edgy glass top, but it's got the nice dark legs, which go with the couch legs, will soon go with the chair legs. I just threw a little bit of stuff on here right now. I don't really have a finalized plan for what I want to put on the coffee table. But I kind of like the glass with the glass and then a little bit of the metal. And of course, we got to have some of our coffee table books here, right? So this is where I'm envisioning. You can see that we still have a humongous gap here. Guys, I am pleading with you. If you have a great online resource for artificial plants, hook a girl up. Steve and I found one that would fit perfect in this space at Michael's. Again, artificial plant, about 5 feet tall, $350. I can't do it. I just can't. So if you all have resources, please share them with me. I would love to get something great here that's not going to break the bank. So we've got our table set up. We've got basically the coffee table set up now, and notice that both of those are glass. So we're on the right track here. So it's getting kind of late here. We are going to wrap for tonight. Tomorrow, my job is to paint those chair legs black, and Steve and I are going to head out in search of the perfect piece of art to put right here on this wall that will pull this all together. Maybe try and find a couple things to put on those tables. I can't get around in my head what I want on there yet. But let's see where we go with all that, guys. You have an awesome night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, to make it a little easier for Cindy to do all this painting she has to do on these legs, I'm gonna try to jerry-rig something here with this cardboard box, and I think it's gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna be kind of like an episode of Halloween where you just go like that, and she's gonna be able to paint that and let it dry pretty easily. That was fun. Let's do that again. Boom. There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna go through and finish doing this, and then we'll call Cindy down to paint these things, all right? Oh, that's loud, isn't it? The dogs are freaking out. Oh, there's another one. I'm having too much fun doing this right now. Well, there you go. She asked me to come up with something so she can paint these and let them sit there to dry, and man, did I deliver. So let's get Cindy over here to paint these.
All right, guys, so we are back from Home Goods. I'm gonna show you all in a minute what we picked up, but I think you're going to be very pleased because I am pretty much loving it. So apparently, while I was doing something else, Steve decided to get a little crazy with my chair leg stand. Like we talked about, I had the great idea to paint the chair legs, but then we discovered they have a screw on them. So what am I gonna do with them? So I think I had a little bit too much fun making this happen, but hey, it works. It's exactly what I want it to be. So we have 2 sets of 4, obviously, for both chairs. I'm now questioning my paint scheme. So we will see. The couch legs and this table are actually more of like a Copenhagen sort of brownish black. So I didn't want to go solid black on those chair legs. So I got what they call espresso. That's kind of the color we're looking at. We're gonna throw that on here for a coat. We're gonna see how it looks. And if we have to touch it up with a little bit darker, we will. But let's see how it goes on for right now. And guys, again, honestly, I think it's gonna work good. All we're doing is just slapping a bunch of paint. I'm using chalk paint, so we will be sealing this. But all in all, I think it's gonna be a good color. And chalk paint is very forgiving. So we just kind of slap it on here. We're not really worried about the base here of the chair because that's gonna be hidden. It's gonna basically be screwed to the base of the chair. So no worries there. Just get down here a little bit. And also nobody's gonna be looking at the very bottom of the chair because that's gonna be on the ground. So we're just gonna get as close as we can to the edge here. And look at that, we got one and done, boys and girls, one and done. And so we're gonna leave them here, we're gonna let them dry. And if by chance they need a second coat, we'll hit them with a second coat, but I'm not certain that that's even going to be a thing. The great thing is that you can take something that's almost exactly perfect and just work a little bit on it and make it exactly perfect. Like these chair legs were just bothering me because they didn't match anything. We talked about painting those tables. I'm not gonna do it quite the second, the end tables, but the more I look at them, the more I think that is where they're gonna be going. Meanwhile, behind me, Steve is measuring for the artwork that we got at Home Goods. So I'm gonna paint a few more of these and then we're gonna go and check in with him and see where he's at on the whole mounting the artwork.
Okay, everybody, so it's my job to put this picture up here on the wall, and it really looks cool. I really like it. I think it's gonna look good here. But I went ahead and already took measurements between these two windows. We want to center it between the windows and then center it from this soffit above me to about the top of the couch. Get pretty close to that. It doesn't have to be exact. So I've already taken those measurements, and that's where the top of this thing needs to go, right there. But I can't get up there without a step stool, so I brought my step stool. I'm gonna grab the picture, we'll bring it over here and put the level on it and see how it looks, and then we'll mount it. And here it is, the beautiful new piece of art, and little abstract. I don't know which side is up, but it looks like a square, so that's what we're gonna do. I think we just take the level for starters, put it right up here where we think it's gonna go. Wow, it's pretty good for my first shot. I think it's gonna kind of look something like that. So Cindy introduced me to this really cool way of mounting stuff to the wall. I didn't trust her on it at first, but I've mounted other things throughout the house, and it works really cool. So let me show you that real quick, and we'll just put this up. It's gonna go up just like that. Okay, so to hang this picture on the wall, we're gonna use something that Cindy actually introduced me to that I was originally very skeptical about. They're these little Velcro strips that have adhesive on the back of them. They're Command, I think they're made by 3M. Anyway, the idea is you stick one on the picture, you join the Velcro, take the other piece off and just stick it up on the wall. I'm a contractor and we use nails and screws and welding and stuff. Hanging a picture with Velcro was counterintuitive to me, but it turns out she was 100% right. We've used these to hang stuff throughout the house, so nothing's fallen down yet. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna go through and apply these to the picture, step up there with the level and just push it on the wall, hold it for about 30 seconds, boom, picture mounted. Got the level, got the picture. Boom, picture hung. I'm gonna move the couch back over here and let's go see how Cindy's doing on those table legs.
So I've got the first coat on the chair legs. They are drying, so we're gonna set these babies aside. I'm pretty happy with the color. I think it's gonna work really well with what I'm looking for to match the legs of the coffee table and of the couches. But guys, the real star of the show is this beauty right here. Steve is awesome at centering things. If I were to put this up, it would probably be like, I don't know, a little closer to that window, but that's what we have him around for. So it is perfectly centered, it is perfectly perfect. I love the colors. I love how the dark blues and the dark black will sort of pull some of the accents out of our floor. I can't wait to actually go and get some accent pieces to put on the coffee table that will have some of these like the greens, the blues, and the blacks and sort of pull this room together. I think for right now, until we get the chair legs with a second coat and dried and everything sort of put together, I believe that's all we have for now. So hang tight, we'll be right back to show you the finished room. So look what we woke up to this morning. What in the world? I swore by those command hooks and I was waiting for this one to give me grief. But there is a caveat.
Yeah, it wasn't the command hook actually, it was the Steve hook as it turns out. This you see hanging here, this was a little liner that was on the back of this picture. I didn't factor that in. The liner actually tore, and so
Yes.
the picture fell.
But the command hook is still up there, and I was thinking what is the felt about, but I think it helps so it doesn't like rub up against your wall when you put it up there. Lesson learned, but it's easy enough. Steve's gonna show you right now just how easy it is to take that command off and get it all going again.
Yeah, it's hard to see it here, but the felt goes to here, and then it's just gone right there. So let me pull that command hook off, and then we'll go ahead and put this picture back up. Can I stand on the couch?
With your shoes off. There's gotta be rules, right?
So that is the one that was on the picture.
And if you're not familiar with command hooks, Steve's gonna show you right now just how easy it is to take off the wall and leave no marks on the
Boom,
wall.
off the wall, even before you finish, babe.
The only mark that's up there is Steve's pencil mark, which is gonna be covered up anyways. So now we're just going to remount it. So we need a whole nother set
Whole nother set.
to put on the picture and the wall. So Steve's gonna do that right now, and then we're gonna show you one more piece that we decided to throw into the living room design.
I'll just hold that there for about 30 seconds. Boom,
There we
picture on the
go,
wall.
picture on the wall, no felt, no more droppy.
Yeah, this time I'm pretty confident it's gonna stay up there.
So now we're going to show you the final piece that we're going to add to the formal living room design. Alright guys, so we showed you the table that fits here perfectly in this little alcove. We picked up this mirror at Home Goods. Okay, you can put it down now. It's really heavy.
It's really heavy.
And I'm afraid it's gonna break it. So we're gonna put it right here. So a couple things is gonna reflect the living room and the painting. And it's just kind of a nice look. It makes the area look bigger, and it matches the table and the wall perfectly. Only one tiny caveat, and that is, it is a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Whoa.
Because I initially said, I want it. Go ahead, Steve.
She originally wanted it at her eye level.
Yeah.
And here's the top of the mirror at her eye level, but once I held it up for her, she was like,
I want it higher.
she wants it higher.
Yes.
So she had me lift it a foot higher, and then she was like, it's too high. And
Let's split the difference.
Meanwhile, I'm holding this thing against the wall the entire time.
And it's a little heavy.
Keto strong, baby.
Right.
100%.
So we have new marks that need to be made. Contrary to what we just talked about with the painting, this is a very, very heavy mirror, so I am allowing Steve to use the auger anchors into the wall. We're actually gonna mount it with screws. These guys say 16 pounds, 30 pounds. I just don't want to risk it with a mirror, and we know that mounting it to the wall with auger anchors, it won't be going anywhere.
Yep, and so I'm gonna just add about 4 inches to each of these measurements, drill the hole, set the anchors, and set the mirror right on
Boom!
there.
We will show you the finished mirror in just a
Boom.
minute. All right, the auger anchors are in. It is time to mount this gorgeous mirror.
You ready to go?
I'm ready, let's do this.
This thing's heavy, so give me a second. It's a mirror, babe. You just guide that on for me?
Yep, I can guide down for you. Give me 1 second. It is on.
Voila, let me get the table.
So voila, we have the mirror that looks phenomenal with the table. We have a couple of things that we had on the table in the old house that we're gonna kind of put to decorate. So Steve, I think that just about wraps it up.
Well, there's just one more thing to do.
Oh, what is that?
I gotta take this sticker off the glass.
Oh, I told him to do that before we hung it. Now it's gonna be fun.
Well, whatever.
All right, well, let's do a recap of what we've accomplished this weekend in the formal living room. All right, so we have taken this formal living room and we have begun to move it from a sort of stark open space to a nice, cozy, warm area where people can congregate and we can entertain. And again, as people walk in our front door, this is a really great first vision of our home. What we did here today is we added 2 accent chairs from IKEA. We added a piece of artwork from Home Goods. We added a black furry rug from Amazon. And of course the centerpiece of the room, which is this coffee table we picked up from Living Spaces. Add to that the mirror and the sideboard on the back entry hall. Guys, I'm really pleased with how this is coming around. A few things we have left to do. I'd like to get some more accent pillows, maybe in the blue shades to sort of complement the blue walls. We really need to do something with these 2 side tables here. I am going to paint them black. Not sure if I'm gonna get that done right away, but definitely gonna hit those black. And I'm sort of struggling with ideas on what to put on those tables. I'm thinking maybe a couple of matching table lamps. But what else? There's the glass top, and then there's the sort of lattice center area. So I would love your suggestions on what you think would sort of make these tables work. We're probably going to do something maybe with some art over here. And of course, we did talk about a large plant over here. So gang, I think that pretty much is a wrap on episode 2 of Chic House. Thank you so much for hanging out and doing this journey with me. As always, would love your comments and your feedback. And if you are new here at the channel, I ask you to do me just one favor, that's just pound that subscribe button down below me. And since you are new to the channel, I'm going to put up a couple videos right here. It's going to get you started, it's going to let you know what we're all about here. And until next week, this is Cindy Brown from Supposably Chic, and make it a good one.